It was a tale of two halves today as Canada took it 2-0 against Uzbekistan in their first World Cup friendly as they prepare for a home World Cup in Canada. A pretty poor first half for Canada, a very good second half for Canada that started to see them gel and get some chemistry against Uzbekistan. Going over the stats, possession 51% in favor of Canada. Expected goals were not tracked for this game, but Canada were the more dangerous team, so they probably would have had more expected goals. Canada had more shots on target and just shots in general, 10 to 5 on the total shots. For the two on the shots on target, 15 to 9 were the fouls. The for early half of this game, Uzbekistan were really aggressive. Lots of fouling going on there. Canada also had the corners advantage 7-3. Going over the goals in the 58th minute, Jonathan Osorio would strike one home to give Canada a 1-0 lead, assisted by Tani Oluwase. And then in the 90th minute +1, Jaden Nelson would score from Tani Oluwase once again. So good performances from the subs. As you can see, almost everyone on Canada was subbed off at one point. Moise Bombito and Richie Larea in the 31st and 32nd minute, respectively. Then at halftime, Max Crepeau, Alistair Johnston, Tejan Buchanan, Stefan Eustachio, Ishmael Kone, Liam Miller, and Kyle Larin were all subbed off. And in the 70th minute, Jonathan David and Derek Cornelius would end up getting subbed off. Cornelius and Miller picking up the yellows. Standout subs, Tani Oluwase picked up 2 assists. Jaden Nelson scored a goal. Jonathan Osorio scored a goal. And then I thought Ralph Priso and Luc de Fougerolles were just good standout subs when they came on and impacted the game for Canada. And yeah, first half Canada looked sloppy, but throughout this entire game, and my stance on this game was it's impossible to judge. The weather was terrible. It was raining so hard. The ball's gonna be slippery. People were gonna fall over, and there was a couple scares for Canada. Uzbekistan, they had a one-on-one. Their striker, Shomuradov is how I'm gonna pronounce that. He had a one-on-one, but he chipped it just way wide. It was a terrible attempt. Outside of that, I didn't notice much for Uzbekistan offensively. Again, Max Crepeau, though. Max Crepeau made a nice save. I do know they had an out of the box chance that Crepeau did do a good job on. No other real chances there. I would say after this game, Max Crepeau is my starter. I don't think Dane St. Clair should really see the field. He wasn't tested enough, anyways, to make a true impact. Whereas Crepeau did get a quality chance and made a quality stop. I think he made a couple of them, honestly. Outside of that, standouts from the starters, I thought Ishmael Kone and Liam Miller looked really good. I thought Ishmael Kone, he's a boss in midfield. He always stands out for Canada in midfield. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a bigger move this summer. I mean, there's been nothing official on Manchester United yet. I know they've been in talks for Ederson from Atalanta. If that falls through, Ishmael Kone, I wouldn't complain at all. Liam Miller as well had some nice moments there. Obviously, standout subs. Daniel Oluwase got 2 assists. Did have a chance where he probably should have struck one. Unfortunately, didn't take it properly. Jaden Nelson and Jonathan Osorio got goals. On the Jaden Nelson one, he just did look good outside. He's had a couple nice dribbles, was creating chances for Canada. I would 100% name him my replacement for Marcelo Flores because it's more of a like for like substitution. Whereas a guy like Ralph Priso, who also made a good shot at potentially being that replacement, yes, he's a good player, but it's just not a like for like replacement. We have a lot of defensive coverage. If something would have happened like Bombito, who thought he might have been hurt today, which unfortunately it sounds like he's good, so nothing to be concerned about. His 30 minutes were expected. Him limping off was nothing. But Ralph Priso, if something would happen to Bombito, if something would happen to Davies, I think that's where I'd use him as a replacement. But for Marcelo Flores, it should be Jaden Nelson. On the Uzbekistan side, the only real player I'm going to talk about is Kusanov from City. Thought he was a gem today for Uzbekistan defense. Stopped a lot of potential Canada attacks that if he wasn't there to stop, Canada probably makes it 3 or 4-0. And yeah, I just thought he was extremely good for Uzbekistan. So Canada's next game, I believe, is on Friday against Ireland in Montreal. Should be a fun one. Canada, they're looking good. Hopefully, we see more of some of the starters like David can get more involved. Maybe a Davies appearance. Maybe Bombito gets more minutes. We'll know who our starter is by then. One name I also didn't put out in the standout subs, but probably should have. Promised David did have a goal that was ruled out. It was a really nice strike. Just happy to see him healthy and contributing. I would start him and Jonathan David up top for the World Cup. For Kyle Larin, I didn't think he had it today. I thought he was quite awful. Took a stupid shot and just looked off many a couple runs. He just didn't have the link up play for me. I do think if Promise David's not fully fit, I think you go Daniel Oluwaseyi and Jonathan David to start the tournament, but David should be Canada's strike duo for the future. So yeah, Canada 2-0 win. Lots of positives to take away. Hard game to judge because of the weather, but at the end of the day, Canada ended up winning it pretty comfortably. They were the better team against Uzbekistan. One more friendly to go. I will have a video out, kind of similar to my England one, where I'll give you my thoughts on how Canada should line up, on who Canada actually brought. Like, unfortunately, Marcelo Flores did get the injury before I was going to record it, so I will wait until they name a replacement for that. If though I'll say this, if it's not by Wednesday, then I'm just gonna make a video on Wednesday and have it prepared. Yeah, I mean, other than that, Canada, nice result. Friendly on Friday. Should be fun times for Canada. I think Canada are going to do well at the World Cup. My expectations for Canada, just get out of the group. My dream would be around a 16, maybe even a quarterfinal. Quarterfinal's kind of pushing it, but around a 16 appearance would be my dream for Canada. I'm sure they're capable of it. So, yeah, let's have a fun summer. Canada and England, they're going to be the two countries I'm going to be following all tournament long, as well as making content just on the World Cup in general. So, hopefully you like the content, and let's go Canada.